It's a public place.
It's a public place.
Make America Great Again hat, and she's completely freaking out. We're allowed to film whatever. Support a political candidate.
You're not allowed to share hate language in the university.
I'm saying make America great. What is hate language about? You don't care. I want to hear.
Make America Great Again means make America all for white people, no immigrants, no people of different sexual orientations.
His wife is an immigrant. His wife is an immigrant.
That doesn't mean anything.
How is it not? You just said no immigrants.
It doesn't mean anything. I could have a brother who's gay and I could not be supportive of gay people. It doesn't mean anything. Your values.
So why is he? You just say he doesn't like immigrants. His wife's an immigrant. It's illegal immigrants that he doesn't want.
You're not even connecting.
You're saying I asked you, does he not like immigrants? You're like, he doesn't like immigrants.
Just because he's married to an immigrant doesn't mean that his policies and what he stands for is promoting people of different colors being in our lives.
It's illegal immigrants. Keep wearing the hat, man. That's awesome. He doesn't hate anyone. Yeah, no, illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants.
Listen, dude, like, we're friends and I level with you, but like, you gotta take the hat off or I'm gonna write the president of the university and he's gonna come and talk to you because I already talked to him about this. It's not allowed, it's hate language on campus. You can do it with me or you can do it with David Doherty. I waited to talk to you in person and I've already talked to him about this. You can laugh because it's so gonna happen, and I can't wait for him to come.
He's wearing a hat that he wants to wear. What is wrong with the hat?
I'm not allowed to wear a shirt. I'm not allowed to wear a shirt.
Yeah, no. Yo, let's go. This is ridiculous.
Okay, this is just now, and you can
make America great again. It's a hat. He's wearing a hat. Trump doesn't hate immigrants.
So much more.
How is it so much more? You don't know anything about Trump. You don't know anything. You don't know one little thing. Okay,
please.
Keep wearing the hat, man. Keep wearing the hat. Is that what you want? That is insane. This is all on camera. Yo, keep wearing that hat. If I had my Trump stuff, this girl is just fucking
nuts. You're supporting the hat. Dude,
so if you want me to come talk to David, I
will. You gotta take it off.
Make America. Why does he have to take it off?
Do me a favor, please.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Just please stop. Stop.
Yo, give him the hat back.
I'm keeping it.
I don't mind calling people stupid.
Okay, but like
I mean, the left is really stupid. They look out on a society. You know, why they look out? Let's take sort of Western democratic capitalism, the most successful engine of wealth distribution and equality in world history. A system that has raised entire continents out of poverty. A system that has given women the vote. A system that has given equal rights to blacks, gays, all the rest of it. You know, citizens in the West, in Europe and America, enjoy privileges and rights and equality unprecedented anywhere else in the world. And the left's response to this is tear down the institutions and principles that gave them those rights and return our countries to the sort of chaos and warmongering and internal divisions that exist in the rest of the world, where women are forced to wear veils and have acid thrown in their faces, where gays are hanged from cranes, where people kill each other over political disputes in the street. The left's response to the systems that have given everybody equal opportunities and access to the workplace, to education, to the public square, the system that we have built that has made us great, that means that America, you know, as America is the greatest country in the world, Europe has produced the greatest culture in the world, the system that enabled and produced all of that stuff is somehow the problem. I don't mind calling that stupid.
Well, I'd give up my gun when everybody else does.
And is that
doesn't that make sense? Well, doesn't that make sense? I mean, if you were to, if there were guns here, would you want to be the only person without one?
So do you carry guns routinely at home? I mean, you have a gun at home?
Yeah, it's legal in the United States. It's part of our Constitution. You know, the right to bear arms is because that's the last form of defense against tyranny. Not to hunt. It's to protect yourself from the police.
And do you see any link between that and these sorts of incidents?
No. Nah, not really. You know what I'm saying? If somebody wants to kill people, you know, they don't need a gun to do it.
Makes it easier though, doesn't it?
Not really. You can use you can strap explosives on your body. They do that all the time.
So when there's the inevitable backlash of the anti-gun lobby as a result of this incident, as there always is.
Well, that's not going to change anything in the United States.
Anything.
Nah. The United States is based on guns. You know, like KRS says, you'll never have justice on stolen land. So it's not going to change.
Wait a second here. Now, first, I don't think that border security and a pathway to citizenship are mutually exclusive. Those two things can happen simultaneously at the same time,
Why?
and that is the compromise. That is the place of compromise for Democrats and Republican, Larry. They can happen at the same time. We can build a fence, we can build a wall, we can build an electric fence if that's what they want, but at the same time, we need to provide a pathway to citizenship for those 11 millions that are in the shadows. The Republican Party's problem is they cannot get a pathway through citizenship out of the United States House of Representatives, whether they like it or not, whether we beefed up the border or not, whether we put Marine Team 6 on the border, they would still not be able to pass a pathway to citizenship.
That's simply not true. If you secured the border, people would pass a pathway to citizenship.
Count the votes.
I promise you, I know the Republican Party pretty well, and if you were to secure the border, then you would be able to pass a pathway to citizenship. You would.
Why can't those happen? Why are those two things mutually exclusive?
Why are they connected?
Because if we're dealing with immigration as a total issue. They're not separate issues.
Of course they're separate issues, because the fact is that if you do
not.
Okay,
it's
fine.
all about
you're
maintaining
right.
our border and having immigration control.
So you're right. Let's assume you're right, and we'll completely connect them. Okay, but the way we'll connect them is we won't have any border security. Amnesty for everybody. Is there a problem or no?
That's not what. But see, but this is exactly where they go to, Larry. Every time we have these discussions,
this is where we go to. Why don't you explain why they have to be connected?
And that is not. Well, wait a second. That is not what's in the Senate bill. In the Senate bill, which is the Democratic solution, which has been endorsed by the president and all the Democrats in the United States Senate, that bill strengthens our border. It increases border security, and at the same time provides a very, very, very long pathway to citizenship that takes almost 10 years. It is completely and totally bipartisan. Yet still, Republicans in the House won't even bring the bill to the floor for a vote.
Richard,
that tells you right there, Larry, that they don't agree with the pathway to citizenship.
Why can't they vote?
Honestly, I have one question in all of this. Seriously, just one question. Why not just secure the border and then put a pathway to citizenship in?
Why can't those happen at the same time?
Why don't you answer my question instead of asking me back why? I just explained to you why they can't. Here's why they can't happen at the same time. As you secure the border remains somewhat open. People cross the border because they feel that if they get in before the deadline, if they get in before the border is secure, then they are somehow included in the pathway to citizenship. Of course I've read the bill. And not only have I read the bill, I've been watching what's happening on the border with tens of thousands of children crossing the border in anticipation of amnesty.
Wait, because we have
what do you think is happening?
There's no law right now. But in the Senate
no
bill,
law right
we
now.
talk about
You're right. There's no law against crossing the border illegally.
In the Senate bill, we talk about who qualifies for a pathway to citizenship, and those deadlines do not apply to those individuals that cross the border.
And how are you going to magically determine that, Richard?
Today.
Do they have a magical
It's in the bill.
Right. They have a.
Read the bill.
I've read the bill, Richard. Can you explain to me when
you haven't read it correctly?
when you determine who has crossed the border when? I was unaware that everybody who crosses the border has a barcode saying when they came across.